Next, we have the candidate for the United States Senate, Mike Gibbons. Mr. Gibbons, in the Republican primary.
Thank you. I'm Mike Gibbons. I'm running for the United States Senate. I'll get to a primary first. And unlike the other speakers, you don't know who I am. And I'm going to change that in the next 9 months. So you'll see some of my commercials out there, and you'll see a lot of those. And probably best to start by saying I'm not a politician. You probably note that in my speaking style. I've been a lifetime member of the NRA. I'm a multiple gun owner. I'm sorry. I belong to a shooting club. See, I'm not very good. I belong to a shooting club. And you'll note that I did this before I was a politician, not because I was becoming a politician. So I believe in the Second Amendment. I know why the Second Amendment is number 2 in our Bill of Rights. And yes, self-defense is part of it. There's another reason. If you happen to watch any of the news from Caracas, Venezuela, you'll understand why it doesn't go real well when you have somebody trying to take power. We need to have nothing but strength behind every Second Amendment legislative act that's out there, and I'm in full support of it. I'm adamant about it. I have no legislative record, so you're going to just have to believe I'm a conservative. I've been a conservative since, I guess I realized I was conservative when I was in college, and I read a book by Friedrich von Hayek called Constitutional Liberty. I read a lot of left-wing stuff. I can't tell you, I can't agree with one thing that I ever read in those, and so it's just kind of continued to reinforce my conservatism. But, you know, Atlas Shrugged is on my bedstand. I still haven't convinced my wife to read it, although she's as conservative as I am, and I think she'll understand why she's a conservative a little as soon as she reads that. I want to tell you why I'm running, though. I am disgusted with the political class. People get out of school, they start running for office, know nothing about the real world, have never been in the private sector for 1 minute, and these people we are sending to Washington to make laws for us. I'm not looking for a job. I don't need a job. I'm not looking to increase my salary. I'm not looking to meet people that can help my career when I get out of office. I'm doing this because I want to serve you, and I want to get some things done. I've never been so disgusted with my own party, with what we just saw in the Senate, in the inability of that body to repeal and replace Obamacare. People that we elected to office lied to us. And they went to Washington, and they listened to the lobbyists, and you can bet that it was the lobbyists that had a big role in this. And they just spit in our faces. I want to get rid of the political class. Now, I know it's a big job. I want to be the first step in that. I supported Donald Trump. I was co-chair of his Ohio victory campaign. And I had supported George Bush and Mitt Romney before him. But what I heard in Donald Trump was a guy that wanted to do things for the people. And he's trying to do it. And he's being stopped at every turn. And we all got to write our congressmen and write our senators and say, hey, we're not going to vote for you the next time if you don't get behind Donald Trump's plans. If this country doesn't grow, and by the way, we've grown less than 2% over the last 9 years. If this country doesn't grow, we're not going to go on very long. And one of the things that the Democrats don't know, and one of the things I think some Republicans don't know, is businesses create jobs, not government. The government's broke. They shouldn't hire anybody. In fact, I interviewed the Trump administration. I found out I couldn't do it because I had to do too many things in 90 days. But I interviewed the Department of Commerce. There's 46,000 employees in the Department of Commerce. And I went in and I sat down with Wilbur Ross the first time, and I said, I don't know if you want me, because I'd fire half of them the first day. And he said, you know, Mike, I would too, but you can't. We got to do a lot of things. We got to lower tax rates. You cannot tax businesses at 50%, because that's effectively what's happening to half the businesses in the United States, because it all flows down to personal tax. Expect those people to take the risks to hire more people, or to start a business. We're killing ourselves. Our health care system is an embarrassment. We pay twice as much as any other industrialized country in the world for health care. And our politicians are arguing about health care insurance. The reason the insurance costs so much is because the health care costs so much. You can't find out what you're doing when you go to a hospital. You can't find out what you're going to pay until you get the bill. And if you have insurance, you never even care. We've got to change it. We've got to turn it on its head. We've got to get the government out of health care. And we've got to get the free market back in health care provision. And you do that by leaving the only government involvement is paying for the people who can't afford it and the people with pre-existing conditions. And I'd end it right there. I'd fire the entire HHS. I went in there and interviewed there also. I sat down, they said, you know, we're looking at you for director of budget. They said, how'd you like a $1.2 trillion budget? I said, you know, I wouldn't. Find an accountant from E&Y that's retired or something. This isn't my thing. I don't even believe in the department, let alone work there. We've got to get transparency at the low level. When you go in and go and get a colonoscopy, you got to know exactly what you're going to pay. You got to be able to go on a website, find out where the cheapest place is. Then we've got to incentivize healthcare people that are using the healthcare to go out and choose a lower cost alternative. Doesn't it bother you that the biggest employer in every single city is now a hospital? And we don't rank in the top 20 in healthcare quality in the world. I've talked enough, and I could go on for hours. And hopefully you can join us in one of our campaign events. We're just getting started. I need your support. Remember, I'm running for the United States Senate. I'm in the Republican primary against a pretty well-known guy. And you probably know him, so I can say it, Josh Mandel. He's a good kid, but I don't think he's ready for the United States Senate. I'm a businessman. 28 years ago, I started an investment banking firm in Cleveland. And by the way, my dad was a high school teacher and a wrestling coach. I didn't even know what investment banking was. And we've become one of the leading firms in the United States in the middle market. I started with nothing. I had great opportunities provided by the greatest country in the world. You send me to Washington, your kids and your grandkids, you're going to have somebody fighting to make sure they have those same opportunities. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Gibbons.